Hello everyone, my name is Ovi, and today in this video we will be going over enchanting, how to level it, the specializations, and then where I believe the money is going to be. Now, that might be a little tricky in this video, and I'll show you later on why, but it has been a little difficult to speculate where the gold is going to be. But first of all, let's start with the leveling. Now, when you pick it up, you'll find out that it can be a little. You're like, wait, how am I gonna level it? Now, I am a blood elf, so it is giving me a +5 right off the bat. As you can see, it says enchanting 6 from 105. So if you happen to be a blood elf, it'll help you. But we're just gonna look at this from the point of view of barely starting. It really doesn't help you as much. I don't think anybody should race change to get those extra points. At the end of the day, I don't think it'll be that necessary, especially if you are low on gold or resources or no. Here we're gonna start off, and you're gonna be like, okay, I'm ready to craft. What can I craft? Okay, Writ. Oh, okay, chromatic dust. Okay. We go to here. I need a rod and more dust. I need Writhe bark, rousing, and okay. So how do I get this stuff? This chromatic dust. Well, it turns out you can't. The only way to get it is by disenchanting, and you're like, well, what the hell am I gonna disenchant? I'm just starting. How am I gonna level up this profession? Well, you're either gonna have to just play the game and get stuff, drops, greens and blues to disenchant, or if you have another character, or if this character has any of the armor crafting professions, you're just gonna find the cheapest craft you can make. And that's gonna depend on the market, right? Usually it's tailoring. Tailoring is really cheap to make, wrists or some kind of armor, and you can disenchant that. So that's what I have done. The thing with enchanting is that you can pretty much skip all the way up to, like, I think 25. You get guaranteed points, I think, around till 10, and then it starts dropping down to like yellow. It doesn't tell you, like, you don't know when it switches. You just start noticing, you start getting skill points a lot less. So I'm not gonna bore you with it. I'm gonna go away for a second and do it real quick. I'm gonna show you my bags real quick. I got 60 pieces of leather armor, leather wrists that I just, just for instruction purposes, I just made them. Doesn't mean that that's the cheapest ones. I just did them, sent them over to this tune, and now I'm going to disenchant them, and let's see how much materials we can get. But just by disenchanting, you can get a lot of points into this, and you can skip a lot of these crafts. Okay, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back. It looked like you can get up to 20 skill points, real easy with disenchanting the items. I think I only went through about 20 items, and it got me up to 20 skill point. Then it started to trickle a little slower, and then once I hit 25, it really went down, but it was still giving me skill points. So I think if you disenchant more items, you might be able to push it to 30, but it's gonna really, you're probably disenchanting 10 to 15 pieces of armor just to get, that one skill point. But I think it's possible to get to 30. But I only got 60, and this is how much I got. So I got 30 vibrant shards and 75 chromatic dust. Now we're gonna see if that's enough for us, since we're gonna learn all these, and I don't know if any of them. Okay, we got some yellows, and we got some guaranteed points. Now let's see which ones of these gives us. Okay, chromatic. They only need chromatic dust. Okay, I mean we need to get to 50. Okay. So we're gonna avoid these for right now. Oh, well, these are one shard. These are quite expensive. All right, let's see what we can pick here. This, if I go for these for 12, man, this is probably better right now because these are just one shard, and I got a few of these. let's make some of these, right? Oh, I forgot it. Forgot to get the vellum. You see, with these videos, I always forget something. And it's so annoying because you want to make these videos as quickly as possible for you guys' time. And you're like, oh my god, I forgot that one piece. Okay, back to enchanting. Okay. So, where is my stuff? Come on, give me my stuff. Cancel. Okay. So, let's do... it doesn't matter. These are all 12, right? There's all 12. But let's do these real quick. I want to do these because I think... Let's get us to 30. Let's do bleach. Whatever. That doesn't matter. I don't know why I'm trying to pick, like, if I'm going to sell these or something. Okay. 28. You would want to go for the guaranteed point, obviously, but like I've said, you know, I'm trying to be economical here and get to 30. Okay, so these now are low, and these now are still high. Okay, that's going to be good. 30, can we learn anything? Yeah, we can learn this one. Okay, what was it? Devotion of versatility. And this is, okay. This is a little less than our dust. Alright, let's do a few of these. I think we can do like 5. Man, which one should I do? Okay, let's do these instead, because I feel like it's gonna be less, it's gonna leave me more items. Like I said, you're probably gonna just go ahead and disenchant a bunch of stuff to get to 30, because you're gonna need all this stuff, unless you want to buy it off the auction house. But I think it might be better just to disenchant some stuff, some cheapo stuff from your other professions. Okay, let's do one more, and we still got, you know, a lot of chromatic dust. Wow, these are still guaranteed skill point. Okay. All right. Looks like these are going to carry us through. 5 and 3, 5 and 3, 5 and 3. Okay, this is going to start getting a little hairy. I'm going to have to dip into the vendors, because these, yeah, I can only do 4, and I can only do 3. Man. Okay, might as well get the guaranteed point here. And these are actually pretty good. You know, this is your crit haste. You could sell these. So let's go and get a little more vibrant shards from the vendor. Yeah, we're gonna have to dip in here real quick, and let's get some of this dust while we're at it, just to showcase this kind of stuff. So maybe like 100 pieces of disenchanting, possibly. Okay, so let's start making. Oh, it doesn't matter. Just pick one. Obviously, crit is really good. Haste is good. Mastery's turning out to be good, like for demon hunters now. Versatility, that's probably maybe the one you don't want to craft. And these are just, you know, throw away one rank. But, you know, in the beginning, who's going to be making rank 2s or 3s, right? So these should sell while you're making them. Okay, we're up to 40, and look at that. We can get all these. What are these? Illusionaries? Yeah, no, these use elements. Never mind. Although, you know, they are the rousing ones, the small ones, so. But again, will you be able to sell them? Don't think so. Let's just stick to these real quick. What are we at? Okay, we're at 41. So yeah, it looks like that's basically what we're gonna do. We're gonna need these to level up. Excuse me. Oh my god. I'm fine. I'm not sick or anything. It's just I have this cough I've had for the longest time. Okay. Let's see. Okay, 45. Okay, if you want to go with the guaranteed, do these. But again, these are going to be the elements. I honestly would, since we're at 45, it's not that hard to get to that, so I'll just stick to those. And we're gonna hit 50, pretty solidly. I doubt if it like skips one maybe. But as you can see, it's pretty easy to level. It's just you're gonna have to either buy the mats to do the enchants, which I believe you should be able to sell pretty quickly. But the disenchanting is really going to get you very high as far as skill. Like I said, you can probably push that to 30, and my guesstimate would be like 100 pieces of armor. Of course, whichever one is the cheapest, I'm not gonna know, but typically it's tailoring armor, or cloth armor, I should say. Okay, so now we get to finally the juicy point. So let's go over the specializations. So the first one is going to be basically your all-around enchants, basically what you do, which is going to be for your chests, your rings, your cloaks, your boots, and your weapons. So here, let's just go ahead and unlock that. This is just going to be all around for, like I said, all your crafts. It says improve at understanding magical properties and their applications, increasing your skill when crafting enchantments, gain 1 skill per point in this specialization. Once you unlock it, it says plus 5 inspiration when crafting enchantments. So we have 5 plus skill, 5 inspiration, learn a sub, resourcefulness, another sub, more inspiration, and finally resourcefulness and plus 10 skill. So if you look at this, it's going to give us 30 overall, 35, yeah, 35, and 10. So it's 45 points into enchantment. Now here you can go from 2 sides. This is going to be for your weapons. These are for your enchants for your weapons. And it says, learn to harness the primal elements of the Dragon Isles, increasing your skill when crafting enchantments that utilize rousing or awakened elements. Gain plus 1 skill per point in this specialization. Okay, so now with this one, it's going to let you unlock the burning, which is right here, the burning devotion, the earthen devotion, the sophic devotion, the frozen devotion, which in this case is not versatility. I'll show you real quick, and then the wafting devotion. So let's go look and see what these are real quick. Let's go to our unlearned, and they're going to be right over here. These are our burning devotions. These will do. They're not like, you know how in some other places, like, oh, the wafting, let's say it gives you certain stat, and then it'll be something different. Some of these are actually different to their writ counterparts. Let's see, the burning devotion, that is for healing. So your next healing is going to cauterize an ally's wounds, healing them for 16,000. But the burning writ it increases your crit. So you're going to have to go over these to see which ones you want, because some of these are not the same. But the earthen one, this one gives you armor. If you're enchanting your weapon, gives you sometimes ground yourself, increasing armor by 1904 for 15 seconds. So I'm guessing this is for tanks. Burning devotion for healers. The frozen one, I believe it's just AoE damage. Yeah, it does 9,000 frost damage split between enemies in front of you. So I guess in a cone. I'm not sure if it's a half circle or whatever. This one I think is the same as the writ one. Gives you primary stat for 15 seconds. Let's check this one. Yeah, so these are similar. So this is like the lesser of this one, devotion. The wafting, this one does gives you haste and speed, and I think this one only gives you haste. So this one's pretty cool. So I think these devotions are actually going to be pretty good sellers. So this might want to be something you want to check into on this side. So you're going to have to put, if you want to go this side, you have to put 10 points. You go into here, and then it depends which one you want to specialize in. Like I said, what was burning? Burning was for healing, right? And then you can make those better. Yeah, better. And then earthen was for the armor, right? And you can make it just by unlocking this one. This one is Titanic, which I don't know why they just don't say Sophic over here, or just keep Titanic, right? So this is Sophic Devotion. So this one gives you primary stat. The Frozen is the AOE damage, and Wafting is what was the wafting? Haste? Yeah, I believe it was haste. That's where you want to go this side. Over here, this is going to be the side where you're going to get your cloak, chest, bracers, your rings, and also, very interestingly, this is where you're going to get your Draconic Inspiration. These are going to be the enchants are going to increase your profession tools, which one of them being the Inspiration, which is the one that's probably going to be most sought after. But there's also a couple ones that you're going to get. But this one is going to be a little tricky, maybe a little punishing, because it's a lot of points to get to this, and to make him at the highest rank. It's going to take a while, so this is going to be very split. But just going over this one, it says, improve at modifying equipment for your every need, increasing your skill when crafting enchantments for bracers, chest pieces, cloaks, rings, and profession tools, gaining 1 skill per point in this specialization. So once you put points into here, you can get your Devotion of Avoidance. That's for your cloak. Let's see here, Devotion of Leech and Devotion of Speed. So these are going to be for your cloaks. You get your Avoidance, you get your Devotion, and you get your Leech. So let's check them out real quick. Where are they? Actually, never mind. It wasn't for your cloaks. It was for your bracers. Here's where they're going to be. Your Devotion of Avoidance, Devotion of Leech, and Devotion of Speed. So these are pretty good. Let's see. It says 150 for the rank 1s. Rank 2s are going to be 175. I'm guessing the rank 3s are going to be 200. So if you want to go into these or just get the basic ones, you can do that. Okay. This one's going to be your Artistry. This one's going to be, I think it's going to be for the long term if you want to go this route, because in the beginning you're only going to get your Draconic Inspiration, and I think, what was this one over here? And Resourcefulness. These are the only ones you're going to get. Over here you just make it a little bit faster and you get that finishing reagent. But if you go over here to the where are they? Oh, here they are. Okay, so profession tool enchantments you get from the from that tree. You'll get the inspiration, right? It goes enchantment, artistry, and you'll get the resourcefulness after 15 points. The deftness, which is going to be, you know, for the gatherers and the finesse ones, these are going to be pretty high. These are going to be from Rabul in Veldraken, from the Artisans Consortium, and that's valued, which is basically revered. So it's going to be a while before you actually get to this point where you're going to be able to unlock that. This one is also from Rabul, from valued. And perception is going to be, yeah, all three of them are going to be locked behind that that rep, which is revered. So I'm not sure if that's going to be anything you want to look in the beginning. You might be able to wait a while when you get more points and you get more rep with them to unlock them, and then get these over here. These Draconic Deftness, Finesse, Inspiration, Perception, and Resourcefulness. These is for your rings. Let's see. Learn to improve essential combat abilities, increasing your skill when crafting enchantments for chest pieces and rings. Okay, so here you're learning your waking stats, which is actually pretty good. Inspiration. Learn to craft the Reserve of Intellect. And that Reserve of Intellect, I don't remember what that one is. Let's see. Let's look for it. Reserve of Intellect. Where are you? Well, let me just look for it. Okay. What does this say? Permanently enchants a chest piece to increase your intellect and by 77 and mana by 3%. Okay. Not bad. And then here you have your ring enchants. These are the writs. These are just easy, you know, they do correspond to their type. So let's see, the writ of versatility, this one gives you 55, and the devotion gives you 64. These you can already make at rank 3, so you're getting the most you can get. These obviously there's a lot of room to improve, so you get 64, 73, so probably like 80 something for the bigger one. So versus this one, it's a nice little chunk. It's more than half. And that's it for that. Insight of the Blue. Let's see what it says here. It says, improve at perceiving magical resources, allowing you to discover mystic items from enemies and treasures in the Dragon Isles that can be disenchanted into reagents. Gain plus 1% chance to locate mystic items per point in the specialization. Now, this whole tree, it's kind of like how I sit back in tailoring, how you can actually get a build that was like to farm, like a 2x4 farm for those materials. This seems to be the same case, but for enchanting materials and some essences. So basically, if you go into this, it means that you like to be out in the world, doing farming, or just, be playing out in the world. Because with this one, it seems, what I'm understanding from this is that when you kill mobs, they're going to drop whatever it is that they dropped, but there's also a chance for them to drop like these little trinkets or these little items that are disenchantable, right? And then once you disenchant them, you'll get materials from them. I guess getting dust, the crystals, and probably even the epic ones. It doesn't really say. Over here on this one, it says Draconic Disenchantment. Learn to better recover magical reagents from items, gaining plus 1 chance to acquire additional reagents when disenchanting items per point in this specialization. So this goes, for everything else. I guess the items that you loot from mobs, and also, just regular armor or weapons. Did I go for these? Let me go over these real quick. This one gives you a little bit chance more to find them. This seems to like give you extra stuff in other places, so it'll give you plus 5 resourcefulness. You can learn a sub, plus 5 inspiration, plus 5 enchanting skill when creating enchants. This gives you a little bit more to, it bolsters this a little bit more by 5%. Resourcefulness, inspiration, plus 10 skill. So it gives you a little bit of everything. If you want to go out in the world and put points into this, so you find more, enchanting stuffs or things you can disenchant, it still gives you something to put towards your other your enchantments and your other things, which is going to come up later. Again, this one just increases the how much you can get out of the disenchants. So let's say you usually only get 1 dust or 2 or 3 dust. It'll probably give you like 5, 6, 7 dust, I'm guessing. It's the more you put in. So learn to increase your disenchanting potency. Again, it gives you a little more skill. This one teaches a shatter, so you can make them into lesser reagents. Skill. What's this to say? Learn to better disenchant armor and profession equipment, gaining a small chance to acquire additional vibrant shards when disenchanting. So vibrant shards are the blues. The blues, okay. 5% chance to acquire additional range with disenchanting. It gives you plus 10 skills, so that's going to be useful. And then learn to better disenchant weapons, gaining a small chance to acquire additional resonant crystals when disenchanting. So this is going to be your big boys, right? Let me see. Why won't this show? I can't see them for some reason. Is it this? Is this what I'm missing with it? Yeah, resonant crystals. Those are the epic ones. Okay, let's put this up because it puts it. I like it because it puts it right in the center. Okay, where were we? And this last one, this one's going to be for your essences. It says learn to extract the element within primal elementals, further studying their magic and acquiring additional reagents, gain plus 1 chance to acquire additional rousing elements per point in this specialization. So I'm guessing just as you kill the mobs, they drop these essences. This will just let you gain a little more, because other than that, I don't know how it is that you extract it from them. It just seems like they drop. It says learn to improve your elemental extraction, gaining rousing elements. which makes sense because most of these are just rousings. I haven't yet to see that they drop any awakening. That would be sick. +5 inspiration when crafting. Learn the other shatter. So it's going to be destroying awakened elements. +5 skill when crafting enchantments. Learn to craft the Sophic amalgamation. That's a pet. Sure. +5 inspiration. +5 skill. +10 inspiration. And then further study shattering process, improving your skill at crafting with the element while it shatters powerfully. I don't know what this is, honestly. Some kind of buff when you disenchant? I don't know. So this is kind of like if you want to go out and about, right? And then lastly, we have rods, runes, and ruses. I don't get that. Anyways, it says improve at utilizing your tool and reagents effectively and efficiently, increasing your skill at crafting enchantments and enchanting goods. Gain +1 skill per point in this specialization. So this is kind of like the first one, but it also helps you with other things. So I guess this is the more general for your whole enchanting, because it also includes enchanting goods, and this one is only for your enchantments, right? And let's see. Yeah, okay, here we go. Rods and wands. Improve at crafting enchanting rods and wands, gaining +1 specialty. Gain +1 skill per point in this specialization. Let's see what unlocks here. Learn to use optional reagents on rods and wands. Gives you +1 skill. Here you can learn to craft the Rune Castle rod, which is for us enchanters. Resourcefulness, optional reagents, +10 crafting. Torch of the Primal Awakening. I don't remember what that is. I'm gonna have to look that up. Inspiration, skill, and then rods and wands craft 10% faster. So Torch of Primal Awakening. Let's go look at what that is. Torch. Oh, okay. This is a big boy wand. All right. So this is if you want to go into that and craft this weapon right here. Okay. This one, illusory goods. This is learn to entertain and mystify with illusory magic and enchantments, increasing your skill at crafting illusory goods. So this is gonna go back to these down here. These are just like the party favor things. What does this say? Wave the scepter, projecting an illusory orb of fire in front of you. This kind of stuff. I think these says temporarily imbue shoulders with a frosted illusion. So these are just like for your appearance. I'm guessing this too. What's this do? Okay, weapon enchantments. Okay, so this is like glyphs types, but for whatever it is, but for weapons, right? Here, resourceful writ. Research new magical efficiencies, gaining +1 resourcefulness per point in this specialization. This is if you want to be more resourceful, as you can see, but it also adds skill for writs, which again, I'm not sure if it's going to be. I think you're going to be going for the devotions more than for the writs, but it still gives you more skill for whatever reason. I think you can make those at rank 3 already, so I'm not too sure about this one. And this inspiration grants you. Well, let me just go over here. This one, okay. Become inspired through your devotion to magical enchantment. Any +1 inspiration per point in this specialization. So this is going to be your inspiration tree here, real quick. All right. Now that we've gone over these real quick, this is just for your enchants. This is for your weapon enchants. This is for your chest, cloak, rings. This is if you want to go out in the world and get enchanting materials, from drops. This is when you get rousings from elementals. And this is for just overall your crafts. These are for your rods and your wands. Illusory goods, writs, which I don't know what this is doing here. And this is going to be for inspiration. Now, let's go back to the recipes. Let's start at the bottom. This is going to be your pet. I don't know how good pets are going to be for money. They usually aren't. So we're going to skip that. These are your shatters. Okay, that's just for your help for your profession. If like one material is more cheaper than the other, and you can just craft, break them down. Um, rods and wands. I don't get this right here real quick. Like you can make this one here, and it'll give you 4 enchanting skill, but then you can just go up to this one, and it gives you 6 right off the bat. The only difference is going to be obviously this one you can make it at rank 5, but I think you're going to just want to go ahead and craft this one for yourself. The Rune Castle, right? That's going to be, you know, for your enchanting skill. That's plus 10. That's really nice. But again, you're going to have to spec into that rods, runes, and ruses, and up to 10 for wands. These draconics are, you know, I wish we could have them a lot quicker, but these are just going to be a rep grind. So in the beginning, you're probably not going to get them. This will probably be nice more towards as the expansion progresses, and you can get these and put some points into that. But they're really high, 400. I think from my testing, I could not get them to get that high, and I had to rely on them on inspiration. It seems like you're gonna have to rely on inspiration because there's no way to really modify these here since they don't have ranks among themselves or quality. So you're gonna have enchanting is gonna be something where you're gonna have to rely on inspiration. So that way you might want to put points into this to help you out. Let's see, where were we? These I think I'm going to be pretty good if you want to go that route. These are for your weapons. These are pretty interesting. Again, with these, it's all about the theory crafters, what they're going to say, and that's going to dictate which way you want to go. So if you're into that and you want to go into weapons, you might just want to pick 1 or 2 to really specialize in, to put points in, to make them at the highest craft. Same with the other side, which is going to be your ring enchantments. You know, these are very high skill that you're gonna have to reach. So if you want to go into that route, which I think is probably going to be the safer one as far as making gold right off the bat. Everybody wants crit, everybody wants haste, everyone wants these except probably mastery, and they want them at the highest that they can get them. Even if it is just a few points, honestly, people they're slaves for that one extra little point. The bracers, these are pretty cool. Where do you get these again? Adaptive, enchantment, adaptive. Oh, this one right here. Okay. You see this? I think this is going to be the point where you want to go. Unlock this, go to here, then get your, you know, bracers. Artistry, you might want to go into that just to get the draconic inspiration, because even if it's going to be at the rank 1 or maybe rank 2, people are going to want it. This one is going to be your rings. So it's, where are they? The bracers, the chests, agility, intellect, and strength. And then the cloaks. Where's these cloaks? Wait, let me check here. So these, you're going to have to grind the renowned. Yep, renowned. Good old renowned. Oh, except this one. Enchantment, magical enforcement, 20. There you go. So you get something here. And then these are going to be also renowned. Probably we might get one for ourselves. No, these are all renowned. So you're probably going to want to work on that for renowned. And that's it, guys. That's it for the for enchanting. Like I say, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be probably one of those slow burn where you're going to have to decide which way you want to go for first. Here, if you go on the left, you're really going to be locking yourself into weapon enchants. Here, I think this is probably going to be more lucrative because it's a little more spread out with the rings, which are 2, and then your chests and your cloaks. There is nothing for boots. I did see that we do have enchants for boots, but where do you get these? Oh, from Renown. Okay. But again, these are also 450. So I'm guessing you're going to have to put points in, well, this one and then also this one to help you. And then probably going to reach the higher ones with inspiration. Where'd they go? Probably going to rely a lot on inspiration. One thing I will point out, there is no multicraft here. Nothing is multicraft. I think there was one random thing that I noticed that was multicraft, but it was nothing important. So I think you're gonna be easily gonna be able to go into, let's say, where are our thing? This here, right? We're gonna go ahead and craft this, and then use one of our. If you spec into that, get your draconic inspiration, and add a little more here with that. But there is no multicraft. So if you want to go into, maybe you want to go into resourcefulness, because you're crafting something that you want to reduce resources, you can do that. These other two, let me look at my notes real quick. What do they do? Yeah, I think the other two profession accessories, they're not very good for enchanting. The only one that's good is the actual tool. These other ones, I think they give you crafting speed and I think a little bit of resourcefulness. Both of them are like the same thing. So they're pretty meh, I think. Let's see what else. That's it. Enchanting looks interesting. I actually like it, especially with the whole being able to craft them at high, dedicating yourself to make them at the higher. Because these look fun, actually. These enchantments look fun, and these chest things here. But anyways, I'll leave it at that. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section. I try to get them as fast as I can. Anything else? Again, thanks for the subs. Thanks for the likes. It's fantastic. I'm sorry I haven't been able to pump these out any faster. IRL is just very busy right now, and then also with this the transition into Dragonflight, many other things. But I hope you've been enjoying this, and I plan to do a little more work over the weekend and get this whole series out to get to other videos that I want to get to. Anyways, I'll leave it at that. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.